McCann said he wants to appoint a general manager to work alongside a head coach. McCann also revealed he wanted to keep Burns at the club as youth development officer. Burns has turned down the offer.
The message to the Celtic board was clear from the fans who gathered outside Parkhead, but after a 2-hour meeting with the chairman, Tommy Burns emerged without a job. In just under 3 years at Parkhead, Burns was unable to deliver what the board and the green side of Glasgow craved for, the end of Rangers' dominance of Scottish football. The decision to sack the man who gave the club 15 years' service as a player comes just 3 days before Celtic's record of 9 successive league titles will almost certainly be matched by their great rivals. Only last month, Burns admitted his job was on the line.
The only thing that matters, and I've always said that since I came here, is that the club goes forward. Now, whether that's for me as a manager or somebody else, so be it. If I've got to pay the price for that, then I'll pay the price for that. I would love it to be me, or whatever. And whatever decisions the board come to over the next couple of weeks or couple of months, whatever will be done in the best interest of the club.
There was still hope of delivering a trophy though, but defeat by First Division Falkirk in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup 2 weeks ago ensured the Parkhead trophy cabinet remained bare for another year. Scotland manager Craig Brown was linked with the Celtic job earlier this week, but it's unlikely he'd turn down the chance of leading the national side to the World Cup finals to return to club management. Kevin Keegan and the former Wales manager John Toshak have also been mentioned as possible candidates, but with Celtic's season all but over and the fans angry at Burns' dismissal, the board may well wait until the summer to find their new man. Gary Hughes, Sky News.
Now that Tommy Burns has decided not to accept that position, he thought about it very seriously. He was quite keen about it, we felt, but in the end he decided not to accept that offer. It was an attractive offer made to him, but it was his decision not to take it. He then decided he wished to leave, and we have made arrangements to honour the rest of his contract, but he's being allowed to leave immediately, and in the meantime we've asked Billy Stark to take over the first team duties.
Tommy Burns parting company with Celtic. Alan Brazil. Tommy reached the Coca-Cola Cup final in his first season, won the Scottish Cup in his second season, lost 1 Premier League game in his third season, and they're runners-up again this season. He had to go.
Yeah, I think the Falkirk game, I think that was the final nail in the coffin. You know, losing out to a side that's struggling in Division 1. I think many people felt that was Tommy's time up. Tommy's been very, very loyal to Celtic. This was the big year. Rangers going for 9 in a row. I think it's fair to say that 9 in a row is in the bag. So I think there was just too many things have gone against Tommy. I think he might have been let down in the final league game against Rangers. That was the big one. They just knocked Rangers out of the cup. Along came the league game and the players did not play. You know, in the end it was a very, very poor performance, and that was a league you know, it was all over then. And I think Tommy, just everything's got on top of him, and Celtic are, you know, it's a massive club, Celtic, desperate for success, and they must stop Rangers doing it for the 10th time.
But Rodney, the manager's job there, to poison chalice now, isn't it?
On Sunday.
Well, Charlie,
how
does Celtic win the title from here then?
Well, with 2 victories and 2 defeats for Rangers, I think that's
and a hat full of goals as well.
And a bag full of goals. But with this guy Cadet, you just never know. A bag full of goals is definitely in his wardrobe. So this was a good performance from Celtic. Disappointed in the loss of their manager. And this was Hibs coming right back, Lee Power. Good first touch, just as his first goal for Abernius is coming from Dundee. A lot of the English viewers remember him at Norwich. It was a good finish, and you thought Hibs would get aggressive then, but they didn't. They disappointed in the second, spell of the game. And this guy, Di Canio, named this week by his fellow pros as Player of the Year. Sensational ability, and often we see Jim Leighton rooted like that in his goal. Quality goal from a quality guy.
One wonders, Charlie, if we're going to have a sort of a mini version of the relegation scrap in England going on in Scotland now in the last week of the season.
Yeah, well, that's it. You've got 3 right in there, right in the dogfight. No matter what happens during the week, they're all going to be scrapping to the final game. Stuart Gravy, a lovely pass. George Cadet loves these situations. He's a great finisher.
OK, so the Celtic faithful went to Easter Road. They always believe something good's going to happen for Celtic. But at Celtic Park on Friday night, there were some unhappy scenes as Tommy Burns left.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's been shambolic the way Celtic board has done this Tommy Burns affair. It's been an absolute sham. And I think that sometimes they're disrespectful to their public. And after all, the Celtic supporters gave Fergus McCann and his board the best part of £30 million, and they treat them like that. I think it wasn't necessary.
whatever the rights and wrongs of whether Tommy Burns is the man to manage Celtic into the future, it now begins to look as though it was all happening too soon anyway, because there's still a lot of interest riding on these last couple of games.
Well, there is, and by all accounts, what I'm led to believe is that Fergus was dismissing Tommy and still expected Tommy to be here to take the team. He expected him to be there yesterday, and it's so unclear, and all the fans now are wondering whether your opinion is where Tommy Burns should have stayed or gone is irrelevant now. You know, it's the way that they've treated this whole situation. I think they've been unrespectful to the fans.
Can you tell us who will be Celtic's next manager?
I have not got a clue. There's been so many names bandied about. It's going to be a general manager, and then he's going to announce the head coach. So there's so many guys being mentioned for this. But put it this way, I'm not in the running for it.
Charlie Nicholas rules himself in then. Is that a definite?
That's definitely, I'm not going for it.
We'll take the hint then. Here's the league table then.